we've got the latest chapter of a historic rivalry. It's the New York Jets and the New England Patriots, next on Madden Football.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to Gillette Stadium in Foxborough, Mass. Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis, thrilled to be with you from the broadcast booth. And partner, before we get this thing started, what are you going to be watching?
Who gets off to a fast start? In horse racing terms, they talk about catching a flyer out of the gate. Who sets the pace and makes the other team chase?
The veteran Joey Sly ready to get this started. Glad to have you with us, folks. And we are underway here at Gillette Stadium. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. So now here comes the Jet offense as they get ready to take over. And they'll be piloted by their veteran quarterback, standing 6'4". It's Ryan Tannehill.
And one of the things that has really impressed me about Ryan Tannehill has been his perseverance. Early in his career, didn't have the success that he desired. Had some injuries that slowed his development. But he kept working at his craft, and now he's a guy that I think you can put a game on his shoulders.
It's caught on the right side, Williams. And he gets this up to the 34 out of bounds there.
People worry about throwing the out route because often...
Plenty of shouts from this crowd as they watch the replay. They want a challenge, and they're going to get one. Did he keep those feet in bounds? That's the question they've got to decide. And I got to say, watching it in real time, it was awfully close.
Yeah, it certainly looked like a heck of a catch because he didn't appear to bobble it, which could complicate things. But even with the benefit of replay, that's pretty tight.
Well, here's the call. So the challenge there does not go their way. This will indeed remain a completed pass. From the 34-yard line, here's 2nd and 3. Straight ahead is Hall. And he'll get this only up to about the 35. An early test, 2 plays in. This is 3rd and 2. Tannehill now to throw. And he goes down. It's a Patriots sack. And the defense coming through on 3rd down. A loss of 7 to bring up 4th. But defensively, you really can't script the start much better. You get a 3 and out and a sack.
Yeah, you're exactly right about that. They kept him short of a 1st down on 1st and 2nd down. And then on 3rd down, they pick up a sack. What tremendous momentum for them to start this game.
Here's Thomas Morstead on now to punt it away on 4th down. Back deep for New England is Marcus Jones. Fair catch signaled for and taken just shy of the 30-yard line. So here come the Patriots to take over on offense. And a peek at the man under center. He has 5 full years in the league under his belt, now in year number 6.
We knew about the great mind coming out of Duke, and we saw the athletic ability and the potential. Watching it all come together and get better with each passing year, that's been fun. He can throw it deep, throw it short, and, of course, take off out of the pocket and beat you with his legs as well.
And they'll wind up getting this to the 37, gain of 9. Second down and a little more than a yard here. Throwing, Jones. Short pass caught by Henry. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. The catch and run, good for 18 and a 1st down. Now Jones. Open man is Kendrick Bourne. And he's got this down to the 35. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another first down. It will. They'll look to throw again. And this will be incomplete. Maybe just a lack of concentration there as he couldn't haul it in.
And when you're going across the middle like that, you know, he's running that drag route, you are conscious of all the bodies and the traffic in there. But let's face it, if you're going there, you might as well come down with the football and absorb whatever else happens after that.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Jones finding Bourne here over the middle. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27. The Jets will bring in a nickel set as they try to stop this 3rd down. They'll run for the first time with Antonio Gibson. He's going to be a yard short. Needed 2, but only got 1. 4th down.
When a good play is made on defense, oftentimes leverage is the key to everything. Defensive line not getting turned, all the other guys making sure they're in the right spot, and on that play, they were able to stop them short of a first down.
It would be a very makeable field goal try from here, but instead they're going to go for it. They'll run for it. It's Stevenson. And he's able to motor his way down to the 16-yard line. That's a 4th down pickup of 10 yards and an opportunity certainly missed on the defensive side. I love those plays. 4th and 1. That's who wants it more, this time the offense.
Yeah, there's a lot of hooting and hollering in there, right? A lot of contact and a lot of collisions as they try and find some space. Who's going to drop their hips, gain leverage, and move the other side backwards? We saw it there for the offense getting it done.
And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a first down.
It's all pretty simple sometimes, isn't it? Go where the defenders are not, and he does exactly that. Makes a nice catch to move the chains. Defense, got to find a better way of accounting for the shorter routes that are being run against them.
Back to throw. Jones toward the back corner of the end zone, but he could not get the feet down. This will wind up incomplete.
Not sure what happened there, but he just didn't get the right read on the coverage that time. Pass wasn't where it needed to be, and that'll send them back to the drawing board.
Now that Patriots sideline not happy with what just transpired, and they're going to throw out the challenge flag. They're taking a peek at whether or not those feet were in bounds, and obviously a big call here in the end zone.
And not just the feet. How about the hands? How's the ball possessed while the feet are hopefully getting down in bounds? That's what they're trying to look at to see if it all comes together.
Extra point by Sly is up and good, and it's now a 7-0 game. Sly set to boot it. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. Back onto the field come the New York Jets for their second drive. And the last drive, their first drive, 3 and out. What changes here, if anything?
I think it's making sure the guys that you trust the most with the ball, the biggest playmakers you have, that they touch it on this possession to try and get things moving.
So get it to the horses.
Without a doubt. They're the ones that typically end up in the end zone.
A quick first down pickup. Good start after going 3 and out on their opening drive. Now Tannehill. Got a man. It's the rookie out of the 3rd round. Oh, he's hit. He lost the football. Put it on the carpet.
Oh, one of the linebackers has got it. A lot of talk this week about ball security. In fact, they added an extra period in practice to be more secure with the ball. It didn't work out there.
Well, sometimes you just get overexcited during the game. You may all of a sudden make your catch, see some open field, and decide you're going for it, and not realizing that danger lurks while you're doing so. And there's your end result right there.
So back onto the field come the Pats for the... And now before the ball changes hands, they're going to take a look at this just to make sure that they have it right. Now the question, was the knee in fact down before this ball comes loose? And is the video convincing enough to overturn it?
A lot of factors here. Remember, you also need clear possession of the football afterwards. This is a tough one to overturn.
So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. A give running right is Hall. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
One thing I do know that offensive linemen like, they like a guy who's carrying the ball that will take what is blocked. Not try and create a big play, maybe take a loss, not try and go where the blocking isn't. But if it's just all that's there and you just put your head and your shoulders down and get that, you get the respect of the big guys up front.
And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. That good for 19 and a first down. Interior of that line blocked really well on that run, but also the 2 tight ends, they blocked well too.
Not only have they scouted the line of scrimmage, with their agility, they can get upfield and hit moving targets like linebackers, defensive backs. They do a really good job helping out the running game.
Here's Tannehill. It's complete to Williams. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. 18 yards the gain for number 18.
And it's a real luxury when you have a guy who can turn a short throw into a solid gain at any moment. Once he caught that ball, he ID'd where the open grass was and got there in a hurry to pick up a new set of downs for his offense.
On 1st and 10, it's Hall.
And he goes backwards here, losing yardage back to the 16.
He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
That's a nice job there, foiling what all offenses try to do, which is control the defensive end in the running game. They want to get to the outside, and if he keeps himself free, stays on his feet, he can make a play just as he did there.
Hall again on 2nd down.
A tough run gets him just inside the 10 to the 9, but no further. That was play number 7 on this drive, and it got him 7 yards. This will be the 8th play of the drive here. 3rd and 4. Here's Tannehill.
They'll set up the screen for Hall.
And he's brought down short by a yard. It's a 3rd down gain of 4.
Yeah, and on 3rd down, you know those pass rushers, they're in the starter's block. They're just waiting for the pistol to fire. You can almost hear the defensive coaches on the sideline pre-snap. Watch the screen, watch the screen. Really good job there of identifying it and making the play to force 4th down.
Zerline's kick is up and through. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So put 3 on the board, but from that far into enemy territory, probably hoping for more.
Yeah, I think they're going to get together on the sideline and talk about it, right? Because you get that far, that deep, you want to come away with a touchdown. They'll take the 3, but they're going to file it away for the future.
And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
So back onto the field come the Pats for their 2nd drive. And they'll be looking to build off of a nice drive last time, a drive that really relied on the quarterback.
Making good decisions, distributing the ball well, distributing it accurately, keeping it away from danger. A really nicely run drive.
But now the defense, what adjustments do they need to make in the passing game?
Pass rush, pass rush, pass rush. Whether it's the guys up front or maybe you bring additional guys, but you've got to disrupt the timing of them throwing the football.
We'll see if they can disrupt it here. On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. Out right to Bourne.
And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. From the 48-yard line, here's 2nd down and 1. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Pass complete once again to Bourne. And that's going to be another first down as the tackle made at the Jets' 35. They give him 17 yards that time as that'll move the chains.
They sure put the coverage guys in a stress on that one. They thought they were going deep. Ends up curling inside for a nice chunk of yardage.
So in Jet territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line. Back to throw again. Going deep for Hopkins. And this is caught. Touchdown, Patriots. DeAndre Hopkins, 35 yards. And they are able to add on to their advantage. Well, you know he can be explosive, and he's ultra explosive there on the fly route.
And you know how many times we've talked to coaches and we've had quoted back to us, well, you know something? When you execute really well, it doesn't matter if they know it's coming or not. Well, sometimes athleticism beats you as well. He just took off and went. That's almost like one of your Turkey Bowl games, isn't it? Just go long,
Backyard.
man. I'll hit you. And it worked really well for them.
Slide for the PAT. And this one's right through to make it a 14-3 ball game. Just a 4-play drive that time. And it's finished off by the touchdown from DeAndre Hopkins. Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. Here's the Jet offense now. They head out to take over. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
Well, they may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a first down.
Quarterbacks love slant routes because the receivers are breaking right into their line of vision. And receivers love them as well because they're getting the ball on the move and able to catch it and try and get upfield and gain additional yardage.
Here's Tannehill. This pass out wide to Hall. So the completion good for 6 yards, and it's 2nd down. After one, a 14-3 ball game. The Jets with the football here to start the second quarter. Here now, 2nd and 4. As they've got it as we resume action. Off play action, Tannehill. This completes a Corley. And he'll go out of bounds right around the 40. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down. Now Tannehill. That one taken in by Corley. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. They'll work from the 36 on 2nd and 6. Hall ought to give up the middle. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
Yeah, once more, strong running, excellent blocking at the point of attack. They've got a nice little drive brewing right here.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. They'll fake it. Now Tannehill. Pressure applied, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back at the 33-yard line.
Dropped for a loss of 7 by multiple defenders.
Tremendous read and reaction by the defensive tackle, and frankly, partner, it's not that often the DTs have that type of easy access back to the quarterback. Never bought the play-action fade.
So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. Tannehill. Over the middle, and it's incomplete.
Well, partner, guaranteed they approach this play with the idea of making up ground to make 3rd down manageable. Unfortunately, with that incompletion, right back where they started on the last snap. Now they need a big 3rd down play in order to pick up the yardage needed.
A long way to go here on 3rd down for the 8th play of the drive. A shotgun snap for Tannehill.
He gets it underneath to Hall.
And he gets it down to the 32. They'll get only a yard out of that, and it'll bring up 4th down.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. Zerline's kick is up and through. And a second field goal here cuts their deficit to 14-6 now. So a good kick there to polish off the drive with 3 points.
Yeah, coaches always talk about finishing a drive with a kick. 2 of them give you points, either an extra point or, in this case, a field goal.
Morstead, the punter, out to kick it off.
And out a little across the 25 to the 27. Daniel Jones and the rest of the offense heading back out there. He hooked up on the last drive with DeAndre Hopkins for the touchdown. And now set to go here again. 1st and 10. Up past the 30. 2nd down coming up.
End result of that one, a nice 4-yard gain. So you can use that to set up your play-action game, or you can come right back and continue to run the football, because as an offensive play caller, you're on schedule and feeling pretty good about your next couple of calls.
2nd and 6.
Looking to throw. Jones. He'll be taken down. The Jets get in there for the sack. C.J. Mosley coming in hard there on the blitz, and he gets him 7 yards behind the line of scrimmage. Blitz came there from the inside, and there just wasn't much resistance.
No, not at all. That means that defensively, they timed it up perfectly and matched up perfectly. They drew all the blockers to the other guys, left a free runner back to the quarterback, and you know what a free runner turns into?
What?
A free hitter.
3rd down and 13.
Back to throw. Jones.
He'll get this into the hands of Stevenson.
And he's going to get this to the 31, but that is still well short of what he needed. That one good for only 6, and it leaves him with a 4th down. Instead of throwing it downfield, Charles, they just tried to dump it underneath there. You like the call?
I do. I think it's a high percentage play because you get the completion, and what you're counting on is your back to use his legs and his elusiveness to make people miss and pick up the 1st down. In this case, it didn't happen.
This is brought in at the 21. An 8-yard return there after a punt of 47.
And the Jets will take over. New York ready to go again offensively.
Now they're about to come up on drive number 4, but so far just 2 field goals on drives 1 through 3.
Wondering if the head coach has talked with his offense coordinator and said, look, let's go ahead and press this a little bit. I'm giving you 4 downs on just about every occasion to try and get this offense kick-started and have it culminate in touchdowns. You know, maybe something to press it a little bit. This might be the case. Look, I realize on any play call, when it's properly executed, it can go for a touchdown. But the runs that really make it work are the ones where you just get what you need, right? And he barely got the first down, but he got it.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Tannehill. And he'll take this beyond the line of scrimmage as he slides to a hole. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's second down. Now a play fake, and it's Tannehill.
And check down, complete to Hall.
No gain on the play, and it'll bring up a third down.
That's a nice job defensively to make sure everyone was accounted for, because ordinarily you pick up the guys downfield and sometimes you forget about the running back. In this case, they did not and dropped him for no gain.
New England on third down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This will be 3rd and 5.
Pass taken in by his big tight end.
And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
Here's a give to Hall.
And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down.
Here's 2nd and 7.
Tannehill. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Here's play number 7 on the drive. This is 3rd and 7. To throw is Tannehill. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. Well, the screen gets 7, but it's not enough, and it'll be 4th down.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
Field goal would have been a decent length at 55 yards. They keep the kicking unit on the sideline. They're going for it.
They'll go for it. It's Hall. And some strong running there as he's down just shy of the 20 on the edge of the red zone.
That one good for 17 yards on 4th. Couldn't ask for much more from your offense there. First down. 4th and inches in plus territory. That seemed like a prime spot to go for it.
It certainly did, and there's so many things that go into it. Are you too far away for a field goal, but not far away to punt it? Do you just feel like your offense is better? I just think in today's NFL, offense feels like it has to take care of the football, has to keep the ball, because scoring is up. You better maximize every possession. You trust your offense more than you trust your defense in today's league.
Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. Back to throw, Tannehill. Open man here is Conklin. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. It'll go as a gain of 4, and it brings up 3rd and 5 now. Now it's Tannehill. And he's got the first down as he gets it to the 8. 8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks.
Oh, man. Just when the D thought they had the answer for him, he went and changed the question. Surprises him by taking off himself. He's able to set up his offense pretty with a 1st and goal.
Tannehill now to throw. That is caught at the 7-yard line.
He'll get only 2 there, and it's 2nd and goal.
And, Brandon, as you know, sometimes it's a lot tougher to run with these tight ends nowadays in the NFL. They're just bigger wide receivers. He lined up on the left side of the formation, ran a drag route across the field, and tried to work his way open. He was able to make the catch, but the defenders were there, couldn't do a whole lot with it afterwards.
A handoff for Hall.
And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. Only a yard there, and that'll bring us to 3rd and goal. Defensively, I think they can smell a stop. Ball right around the 5 here brings up 3rd.
And I think what they've done is they put doubt in the minds of the offensive guys. What do we do? Because now you don't have a go-to play. Either side they pick, throwing it, running it, it won't be easy.
They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal. Now Tannehill. Touchdown! From 6 yards away.
And the Jets are back within a couple of the lead. A nice connection there, finding his target, and that'll put 6 up on the board.
Just like they drew it up in their playbook and reiterated it on the sidelines, right? Perfect route, a good throw, and the defense, they had no answer for that right there.
Now Greg Zuerlein on for the extra point. And this is up and good. It brings him within a point now. It's 14-13. That one was an extended drive. 14 plays all told. And it ends with a Jet touchdown. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick.
And a decent return out to the 27-yard line.
Now the Patriot offense set to take over again.
As we eke closer and closer to intermission, Charles, remember last time out they punted. They would love to get points here, especially if this is going to be their final possession of the first half.
Yeah, and this is what close games feel like because the pressure is on both sides, but sometimes the pressure is a little bit higher on the team with the slight edge because they're trying to...
Oh, and now some space to operate. And he finally goes down at the 23-yard line.
A big play there on the catch and run, and even 50 yards.
I'll tell you what, this is not going to be a fun discussion at halftime for this defense. They've been absolutely taken advantage of in the first half. And here's another play for big yardage.
So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Now Jones. Over the middle, it's complete. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And that'll bring up 2nd down. Throwing, Jones. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And able to get this down inside the 15 to either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds.
Third down and 1.
Off play action. Jones. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. Now the Patriots will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10.
Operating from the gun, Jones. His pass caught at the 4. Flash those fast feet, but they'll drop him at the 5-yard line as he can't get any closer to the end zone.
from the 5, 2nd and 4.
A final shot before break. Jones forced out to his... And Jones gets in for a Patriots touchdown. A great effort there as time expires in the first half.
And the Patriots will extend their lead on the final play of the half. So they say no to the field goal try late in the half, and it winds up really paying off as they score on the final play.
Yeah, a little bit of a gamble, but they had some foresight as well because they knew they were going to get the ball to start the third quarter. So they thought to themselves, if we score here, we can double up on back-to-back drives when we start the second half.
So we've reached halftime here at Gillette Stadium with the Patriots on top.
As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
It was a terrific first half from quarterback Daniel Jones. He had a touchdown both in the air and on the ground to help push his guys into the lead at the break.
Okay, Coach, appreciate it. A one-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the second half.
And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. The Patriots offense and Daniel Jones set to take over again. And he had it going in the first half, that's for sure. He's really had his way with his secondary. They've been powerless to stop him, and he'll look to keep it rolling right here. And the drive starts with a carry by Stevenson.
And a hard-earned yard there as he ran through one would-be tackler. It's second down.
Well, it's hard to have vision as a runner and find a hole when there's nothing but defenders in your way. They stacked that one up really well. But give him credit. Instead of trying to bounce it out and turn it into a big play, which might have turned into a big loss, kind of just took his medicine there and took the 1 yard.
Shotgun handoff to Gibson.
And tough going there as he'll only get it up to about the 31.
2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
Absolutely love the effort there. The ability to flow from his inside spot and stop that one at the line of scrimmage. Nice linebacker play.
They'll see about converting this 3rd and 8.
Operating from the gun. Jones. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, or that could have been trouble.
Offensively lucky they're able to keep the football, but now 4th down, so they'll have to boot it away.
I do think, though, they're going to look at this as a positive. 1, they recovered the fumble, so they retained possession. But 2, being able to punt it changes field position for them. Imagine if that turnover takes place there. Now your defense has to go onto the field and try and hold. Instead, they get a little breathing room.
The Patriots send out their punter as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. Taking it about the 36. 49-yard punt, 5 on the return.
And the Jets will take over 1st and 10. The Jets offense and Breece Hall headed out onto the field. And as you take a look at the numbers, you have to imagine he was the topic of the halftime talk for this defense. We've got to find a way to slow him down. That's probably what they're saying. But nothing that they have done has worked so far.
Wide open receiver complete. And they will finally catch him, but not before he gets it to the 11.
Big yardage that time for the Jets. 48 yards. Well, you had all halftime to think about what you wanted to do to start the second half. They came out with a big one.
Does that not beg the question? What was happening in the other locker room at halftime? Was that the one play they didn't cover as a possibility? Because they just gave up a big, big gain.
So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Out of the gun, they run it with Hall. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1 yard line. 82 yards rushing for him now to this point. Keep in mind they can still get a 1st down here as they come up on 2nd and inches. Hall again. And he is in. Touchdown, New York. Breece Hall
punching it in from a yard away.
And the Jets have cut the lead back down to 2.
They go I formation. Fullback leads the way for the touchdown. Sort of a lost art, isn't it?
It really is, but sometimes when you're able to bring it back and use it against other teams, they're not prepared for it. They haven't seen it in a while, and now you gain an advantage, and we just saw that advantage result in a touchdown.
So now Tannehill leading his crew to the line to go for 2. They'll look to throw. Dancing to his left. And he'll get into the end zone, and those 2 points are going to tie the game. And with a successful 2-point try, the QB rolling out, I would imagine on the defense that makes it tough. When he goes out, he's got the option to run or pass.
Yeah, it really does. If you decide not to bring extra people or extra pressure, maybe you have to have a spy on the quarterback, someone to account for him, because oftentimes that is the unaccounted for player.
So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away.
And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. The Patriots offense and their quarterback headed out for this next possession. And he's been a nightmare to scheme against throughout this one. This defense has been totally taken apart, and that is borne out in his numbers. He's been terrific all game long.
Jones now throwing to start the drive.
Short pass caught by Henry. Ball on the 30 now. Here's a 2nd down and 6. Gibson here running out of the gun.
And he'll be upended at the 33 following a gain of 3. And guess what? It brings up 3rd down.
They need 2. Here's 3rd down.
Operating from the gun, Jones. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. It'll be a loss of 2, maybe 3 on the play, and it'll be 4th down.
That's a nice clip and save sequence there defensively, because they did everything as they would have wanted to. They forced the 3rd down, blanketed the field with coverage, nowhere to go with the football, forced the dump off to the back, and even then they closed quickly and got him down behind the line of scrimmage. You name it, they did it well in that last sequence.
He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. 40 yards on the punt, 2 on the return.
The Jets taking over again. Breece Hall making his way out with the offense.
He's had a good performance, moved the ball effectively on the ground. Of course, he has the 1 touchdown.
And when you're able to move it as effectively as you've described, that leads to finding a way into the end zone, and now he's just trying to do it for a 2nd time. And, of course, with that comes additional yardage.
Yeah, looking for additional yardage, and again, that 2nd score here in the 3rd quarter.
And while the guys with the ball are having a whole lot of fun keeping it on the ground, the guys on the opposite side, they are having 0 fun. They've been getting pushed around the entire game and haven't found an answer yet to slow down the running game.
Here's Tannehill.
They'll find Williams on the slant.
Quick slant there gets him the 1st down, 6 yards on the play.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
Out of the gun, Tannehill.
Throwing for the out route, he finds Wilson.
It'll go down as a gain of 6, and it'll be 2nd down.
Here's Hall.
He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards.
3rd and 2.
Here's Tannehill. The Pats are going to get there. Down he goes.
Anthony Jennings. He's the culprit, causes a loss of 5, and it brings up 4th down.
Okay, was it a breakdown in protection? Did the running back not pick him up? What does it really matter? Sometimes it's just a great play made by the defense. Big-time sack.
Here's Thomas Morstead now, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt, and the Patriots take over.
New England trying to get to place on offense.
And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old-school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is, can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Looking to throw. Jones. His throw incomplete.
But plain and simple, that's the 2nd time today that he's dropped a pass.
And that one, I think, maybe even a little easier than the earlier one that he dropped. Surprising.
Was this game announced as a night game prior to, and maybe his rhythm is just off? He's got thrown off. He's going to have to wake up, enjoy the sunshine, and go play.
To throw again on 2nd down. Jones can't get away, and he's taken down. Quentin Williams forced his way through, drops him for a loss of 10 yards.
Now that was a passer's nightmare. The front door totally shut down by the defense, so he kept going backwards, hoping to find another avenue of escape. It didn't exist.
Here now, a 3rd and 20.
Back to throw. Jones.
They'll set up the screen for Gibson.
Good contain. No gain on the screen, and it'll bring up 4th down.
You know, in boxing, they throw in the towel. In this case, you just kind of wave the white flag, and you think to yourself, if he could just get past that initial wave, he's got a chance to get free. But that screen, it was going nowhere from the start. It forces a 4th down.
The Patriots send out their punter, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. .43 yards on the punt, 7-yard return, and out will come the offense as they take over.
Breece Hall helped leading out this offense for another series.
We've seen him be good so far. He's hoping to continue that trend here in quarter number 3.
And typically when you see guys running it this well, they see the game in slow motion, don't they? They see the cuts happen. They see the blocks happen. They feel really good about their vision, and then they use their legs to find that open space.
And he's had some good help up front to boot. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Nice satisfying run on 1st down for the offense, picking up 5, which means defensively, the thought process is entirely different. You don't want to panic, but at the same time, you're saying to each other, we've got to tighten this down. We can't give up gains like that.
Hall again on 2nd down.
And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46.
A loss on that play, and now 3rd down gets tougher, 3rd and 6.
I'd say the staff that's up in the booth watching the game, they may want to file that one away. See how fast the free safety closed to make that play? Might want to check into a throw the next time.
Here's Tannehill.
They'll set up the screen for Hall. And he'll take this to the 47, but no further, as they get him down well short of the line to gain. They'll get only a yard out of that, and it'll bring up 4th down.
The key to any screen play is all in the deception, and that means everyone on the offensive side of the ball but someone gave it up because that one wasn't very well concealed. And the defense able to rally to him and hold him for just a short gain.
And they won't risk defending a return here. That one's out of bounds, and it'll be spotted at the 14-yard line.
New England's offense set to go. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
Again, it's Stevenson.
And he'll take this up only to about his 18-yard line. Now third down is looming. A pickup of 2 on first down and just 1 yard there.
This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, hard to get them started again occasionally.
On third down, he'll drop to throw.
Able to find the open man. That's complete.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Give him 35 yards there on the third down conversion. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter.
This is the National Football League on EA Sports.
Back now in Foxborough. All even as we get ready to start the fourth. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Finding Bourne here over the middle. That'll go for a gain of 7, and it'll be second down.
Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
2nd down and 3. Straight ahead, it's Stevenson.
Call it a gain of 3, but not enough to move the sticks. It'll be third and about a foot or 2. Operating from the gun, Jones.
He's got his running back out of the backfield. And he will have a Patriots first down, maybe by about a yard as they find a way to convert on 3rd and inches.
They've been moving the ball well, but this drive was in danger of stalling out. Fortunately, this is a nice throw here, and they're able to pick up a new set of downs.
Back to throw now on first down. It's complete to Hopkins.
And he's able to break out of 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down.
Short completion, just 4 yards, and that will bring up second down.
Now they show jet sweep, but instead a run up the middle here.
3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on third down?
Not a big run, not an explosive run, but they've held the ball for plenty of plays on this drive. They're just trying to impose their will on the defense right now.
From here, it would be a 45-yard field goal attempt, certainly in range, but they'll look for more yardage on third down.
They'll run with Gibson.
And he won't get to the marker. He's a yard short. A pickup of 3. It leaves him with 4th and 1. Temptation there certainly to go for this, but I think you have to kick it, right?
The temptation coming from the fantasy owners, right? I mean, There are some that are going to want to kick it because they may have that kicker, but overall, get more yardage, maybe a chance for a touchdown. But no, absolutely not. Run that field goal kicker out there. Kick it. You got to take the chance to take the lead right now. You don't want to put it back on your defense.
Sly able to put this one through.
And they have taken the lead here in the fourth quarter. So the drive here ends with a field goal. It does give them the lead, but this one's still certainly a long ways from over.
It definitely puts a lot of pressure on your defense to hold the lead, right? They're happy to have it and happy to be out there trying to do so. But I know as a former player, in the back of their mind, they're thinking, why don't you score the touchdown and seal this thing?
And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26.
And New York set to take the field.
And now they find themselves trailing following the field goal. Still a good amount of time in this fourth quarter, but this drive very well could determine the outcome of this ball game.
Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard.
Second down and a yard. They'll give to Hall.
And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39.
4 yards the pickup, first down.
And that last carry puts him right at 100 yards for the game. So how has he done it? Because he's been patient, followed his blocks, let everything develop, and then burst through for big gains.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
They'll go again with Hall. 106 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
Now, Brandon, that's the way you want to run the football. There should almost be quote bubbles above the offense right now. Bam, boom, biff. That's how they feel good about moving the football.
Ball spotted at the 45. Here's a 2nd and 4.
Now Tannehill. He's got it to Williams. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Patriots' 45-yard line. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs. So into Pat's territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. Tannehill.
That's complete to Tony.
And he's taken down inside the 30. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling. From the gun, here's Tannehill. Give him a couple on the scramble. It's 2nd down. Now a play fake, and it's Tannehill.
At this point in the second half, one mistake on a forced throw could doom your chances of a comeback. So that's the right call there to just throw that one away.
And this offense on 3rd down today, they've converted a 1/3 of their opportunities, 3 for 9. This is 3rd and 8.
On 3rd down, here's Hall.
And he'll be stopped here well short of the first down at the 24-yard line. So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. From the right hash, it's a 41-yard attempt. Zerline's kick is up and through. And in the fourth quarter, this game is tied.
So good kick there to polish off the drive with 3 points.
Yeah, coaches always talk about finishing a drive with a kick. 2 of them give you points, either an extra point or, in this case, a field goal.
Now this one setting up for a great finish. All tied in the 4th as the kick's away. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
The Patriot offense now set to come back out onto the field.
And we essentially have a brand new ball game. After that last field goal has tied us all up, we brace for what should be an exciting rest of this 4th quarter. They'll run with Stevenson to begin the drive. And he'll get this to the 32.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
From the 32-yard line now, here's a 2nd and 7.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun.
Short pass caught by Henry.
They'll give him 4 yards there. And now it's 3rd and 3.
They'll try and run for the first with Stevenson. It's a pretty strong running there as he'll take this across the 50 and down to the 44.
That good for 19 and a first down. They had 3 tight ends in on that set, and they were really good at blocking for their running back.
And give them a lot of credit because in football nowadays, tight ends coming out of college often don't block very often. These guys have really developed into superior blockers, and that's why they use them in this formation so often.
Now a play fake here on first down.
Second down, 8 yards to go.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Now right to Bourne. And that's going to be another first down as the tackle made at the Jets' 31-yard line. So the Patriots with a football as we get you reset. They've got it 1st and 10 as they search for a go-ahead score.
Plenty of time. All 3 timeouts still remain. Here's 1st and 10 now. They'll try the left side with Stevenson.
And he will reach the 8-yard line before going out. Probably had 60,000 thinking pass right there, including us in the booth.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That was a big call, big guts on that one. And guess what? That run, it'll pay dividends.
Now 1st and goal. On the option left, it's Jones.
And he stopped immediately there.
Partner, you've got about 20 coaches on your payroll, but there's 60,000 of them in the stands. I don't think any of them like that play.
And the later we go, it's starting to sound like 100,000 in here. Nothing on first down, so the ball remains at the 8-yard line, 2nd and goal.
Up the middle, here's Stevenson.
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal.
They'll try and run. Stevenson.
And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. Now the Jets going to use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This for the lead in the final stages.
Sly able to put this one through.
And with a little over a minute to play, they have taken the lead. So in the end, they had the ball for 10 plays, but the drive gets them 3, not 6.
Is it okay if I give credit to both sides on this one?
Absolutely.
All right, let's start defensively. They hung in there. 10-play drive, but they stiffened when they got close to the goal line, made them kick a field goal. And for the offense, 10-play drive. They might be a little disappointed they got a field goal, but they moved the ball down the field with dispatch and came away with points.
The Jets offense and their running back getting set for this next possession. And it's hard to believe you could run the ball a whole lot better than he has. The vision, the cutback ability, the acceleration, it's all been on display throughout.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6.
Another try, 2nd and 10 now. Here's Tannehill.
And he'll slide to a halt here, still a little shy of the 1st down marker.
This definitely 4-down territory at this point, but a critical 3rd down here.
And it's knocked away and incomplete.
With that incompletion, reality is staring them right in the face. This entire game is down to the next snap.
Here we go. This is 4th down.
They snap it to Tannehill.
That's going to be caught by Tony.
And now this is going to be close. The defense says they stopped him, and they did. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Patriots take over, and they're going to have terrific field position.
New England trying to get a place on offense.
And this one all over but the shouting, you might say. Now, there's one timeout remaining defensively, but probably no real need to use it here.
Yeah, the only time they would use it, strictly for pride.
The Jets going to go ahead and use their final timeout as they'll stop it with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. Down to a knee goes Jones, and that should just about seal it.
Listen, anytime you take a knee to end a game, that means you've won it. So it doesn't matter whether it's home or on the road, but there's something a little extra special about doing it in front of your home crowd, isn't there?
And the home crowd applauding. They're happy with what they've seen. Chalk this one up in the left-hand column for a win.
Yeah, that's right. Head to the locker room, throw the wristbands in the crowd for the kids, your gloves, your towels. Get to share it with the home team.
So no shortage of offense in this game, but a very clean game too, Charles. Each side got its points, but they did so without committing a single turnover.
That's so true, and it certainly felt like NFL football at its finest, right? You talk about the highest level from both of these offenses. Neither one of them afraid of taking risks, and both of them aggressively pushing it downfield. I did like, Brandon, how smart they were about going about their business, though. They were high-flying, but they took care of the ball.
Yeah, they did. And just keeping it clean in a game like this with all these points, you don't see that very often, even at the highest level. Job well done by both sides.
So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.